Okay, let's do this problem. So let's check to see, is this function continuous on the interval -2, 1? Well, this is a parabola. Yes, it's continuous. Is this differentiable on -2, 1? Yes, check. It's differentiable. Okay, so now I'm going to go find the c. So first, again, I'm going to go find the derivative. So that's 2x plus 1. And then let me just write it here. So it's f prime of c is equal to f of b, right? That would be 1 minus f of a all over b minus a. So I'm just going slow, making sure I plug in the right numbers. So this side here, I'm going to put the c into the derivative. Then I'm going to put 1 into the original function, so that gives me 2. Subtract, I'm going to put parentheses here so I don't make a mistake. So I'm going to have 4 minus 2, and this denominator will give me 3. So 2c plus 1. So this will give me, oh, look at that. I get 0, right? And so then c will equal -1/2. So double check, is this number in between, right? So c should be in between, right, let me just write the word in, -2, 1, and it is, so this is good. All right, so let's look at this function, and you know what that graph looks like, right? X to the 1/3 looks like this. Okay, so is this function, so you have to know a little bit about the functions to think about it. Is this continuous on -1, 1? Check. Is this function differentiable between -1 and 1? It is not, because what do you know is happening right here at x equals 0? At x equals 0, it is not differentiable because there's a vertical tangent, right? So you have to know about those not good things. So remember, it's not differentiable if there's a vertical tangent, a cusp, a corner, or an end point, right? That's when it's not differentiable. Those are big deals. All right, so you're done with that problem. We can't do it. Okay, trig functions, your favorite. So here we go. So is this continuous on 0 pi? It is. Check. Is this differentiable between 0 and pi? It is. This one should be square, right? Check. Okay, so let me go find the derivative first. So that's cosine of x. So I'm going to say cosine of c is equal to f of pi minus f of 0 all over pi minus 0. Now remember, I'm plugging into the function f here, right? So I have cosine of c equaling, well, 0, right? So then what does c have to be? Between 0 and pi, what values of c give me the cosine of 0? And that's pi over 2, because you know your unit circle. All right, let's look at this one. So this is a radical. If I thought about it a little bit, it's going backwards, it's shifted to the right, so it looks like this, where this is the number 2, right? And I can plug in numbers less than 2. And I kind of have to know a little bit about it to think if it's continuous on this interval, right? So this is continuous between -7 and 2. Check. Is it differentiable between -7 and 2? Yes, because by taking off the 2, putting the round here, I don't include the endpoint. All right, so this one's got a little bit of a chain rule for the derivative, so I'm going to go slow. 1/2, 2 minus x to the -1/2 times -1. I'm not going to take the time to write it as the fraction that it is. So that's the derivative, right? Because solving for x, many times it's nice to have it written as a fraction. Okay, so let me just kind of go slow here. The derivative, subtract f of -7, and then 2 subtract a -7. Okay, so I'm going to put the c in here. So 2 minus c. So I'm putting 2 into the function. So 2 minus 2, just putting it in there for effect. You could just write 0 if you'd like. Subtract, put -7 in. So 2 plus 7, and then on the denominator I get 9. So this side carries along. So I get 0, subtract root 9 over 9. So this, let me do it one more time. So this gives me a -3/9 or 1/3. So let's cross multiply. So I have -3/2 is equal to, oops, what did I do wrong? Because I have a oh, I dropped the negative. See this negative here, should be here, should be here. So now they're both positive. Because I shouldn't have a radical equal to a negative. Okay, so negatives cancel, so I get a positive. So now let's square both sides. I'm going to solve for C. So I want to make sure, so I get 8 minus 1, so -1/4. Again, I want to make sure that this C is in the interval between -7 and 2, and it is.